Welcome to another episode of Rimshots with Sean right here on the Rock Rage Radio Network. I have with me, after a lot of bandangling, Mr. John St. John from Surrender to Eden. Sir, how are you?
I am well, thank you.
Good. It took us a little while to get her going, but here we are. So I had the opportunity to yesterday listen to some of your material. Why don't you tell my viewers about you guys?
Well, we are a progressive, melodic, heavy metal band out of New Jersey, and we just signed with Curtain Call Records, and we're doing very well.
What's the scene like in New Jersey these days, and in particular for your genre of music?
Oh, it's slow moving, more underground. The progressive scene, the prog scene is more underground. So it's not something that's, openly available. You really got to search for it,
Right. And in terms of venues, is there a number of venues to play? Not that many. What do you guys typically experience?
You know what? It's nowhere near what it used to be. So there are a handful of decent venues to play. Yeah. In Jersey, yes.
So a lot of people will remember, New Jersey's always been, I'll say iconic in terms of the music, different sorts of music scenes, all types of genres and what have you. Is it still flourishing there in the different genres like it was, and in particular for your genre, or how are things these days?
Yeah, it's I mean, relatively it's since COVID, everything seems to be back on track again. Again, it's not what it was in the 80s and late 80s and whatnot, but hopefully, it's coming back, I guess it comes in cycles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right now it really seems live music in certain pockets of the world is making a comeback, and you're seeing lots of festivals taking place and a lot of things like that. Have you guys been able to partake in some of that in the last little while?
Well, we just got back from Sturgis. We did the Sturgis Festival at Kickstands. So that was, a great experience through Curtain Call. It was great seeing all the different bands and everything like that. We had a blast, and we definitely look forward to doing it again. And we're hungry, man. So we're ready to get out there.
So tell me, for anybody that isn't familiar with you guys, but they're going to go looking, what can they expect out of your band, your music, that type of thing?
Well, the music is reminiscent to the old, but it's got a taste of the new. It's got a breath of fresh air of the new. We are very much in the vein of like a Queensryche, Fates Warning, that type of genre. So we have all those aspects of those bands, all those little traits, but a refreshing thing that's new as well, that is unique to ourselves,
So you drew a couple of comparisons there, and great comparisons, because those are two, obviously very established bands in the prog genre, and nowadays, and Dream Theater would be one, but there's obviously the prog scene is really kind of busted open over the last, I'm going to say, 15 to 20 years. It's probably bigger than it's ever been. Do you find that you guys are, getting a lot of love in that sector with, some of those bands and those audiences?
Well, like I said, we're just starting out. Surrender to Eden is really just giving birth. This new version of Surrender to Eden. So we're only together now a little less than a year. So we're just now stepping out and letting the world know that we exist. So how could I say, we've been accepted very well so far, everywhere we go,
Well, it's got to be pretty cool that if you're saying, this version, has been alive less than a year, and you have a record label that's taking you on, got you involved in some festivals, early. That's got to be a pretty good sign. You guys got to be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, we're on top of the world, man. And like I said, we're hungry, and we can't get enough. You know, it's infused now, and we're like we're starving for more. You know.
So what do you guys have coming up for, I guess, the rest of the summer, and then, well, we'll say for the rest of 2024, because we're about a little over halfway through it.
Coming up next weekend, we have a show at the Signature Events Center in Broadsedville, PA. We're direct support for Trapped. After that, we'll be at Dingbats in New Jersey on September 20th, supporting one of our fellow bandmates on the label for their CD release party. We are special guests. And then we have some other dates that are confirmed, but we're not at liberty to announce them as of yet due to the promoter's request. So I have to respect those requests, you know. But
No,
some
absolutely.
really good.
You got to respect business. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. For my viewers that are hearing about you guys for the first time, where do they go and find you? Socials, website. How do they get a hold of you, John?
They can go to our Facebook page, which is Surrender to Eden official page. They can also catch us on TikTok, Surrender to Eden on TikTok, Surrender to Eden on Instagram. And they can contact us through surrendertoeden.com at gmail.com.
Right on. I guess the last thing I'll ask you regarding Sturgis, because I saw a lot of posts on there. I had some friends that played it. For anybody that's heard about it but has never been, what would you, I guess, give as a description to people that are watching this about what that show is like?
It's a great show. Definitely a great stage, great stage crew, great production of the stage, great bands. As long as Curtain Call Records is in there putting the acts there, you should always have a great show and whatnot. You have Rock Rage Radio supporting it and making sure all the inner workings are working smoothly and everything like that. So it's a well put together event, and I would suggest it to anybody that's down at Sturgis for Bike Week to step into kickstands and get a feel for the experience. It's a combination of a great place to get a few drinks and at the same time enjoy some great music, man, with some great bands and some extremely good talent,
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you for doing this. It took us a little bit to get her going, a little bit of a hiccup, but we got her done. Best of luck going forward. Let's stay in touch. I want to hear how you guys are doing, and all the best for the rest of the year.
Sean, thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate your patience, and we look forward to doing this again with you.
We will do it soon, my friend.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much.
Bye now.
Bye now.